Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, the Battle of Unato, is a series on Netflix. But technically, it's not a series. It is a movie that was actually released in May of 2019. And it itself is based upon an entire anime series that was released in 2016. And so whenever this actual movie was released on Netflix, it's assuming that you've already seen all the other stuff, because that's really what it is. And so I've never heard of this before. And when I first started watching, I was like, wait, what's going on? And so the general story of this is the whole world is being overran and overtaken by these creatures called Kabane. And they're basically a combination of a zombie and vampires. And within this battle, there are these group of really powerful fighters. And they're in this quote unquote Iron Fortress. And it's really focused on two main characters, Ikoma and Mumei. And they are what's called Kabaneri. So they're basically hybrids. They're humans and Kabane put together. And so they have the powers of the Kabane as well, along with their human side. And what they're doing here is they're in this quote-unquote final battle of Unato. And that's the general story. And the main characters that they really focus on is the two Kabaneri characters. And so we're introduced right away to Mumei. And Mumei, she is just awesome. Because the first thing that really got my attention was the animation. It just looks really great, and especially the action. And that's why I wanted to focus on Mumei, because the gunfighting action in this is just so sweet. I could really tell what's going on, but at the same time, it just looks so cool. And so those two aspects got me right away. And throughout this entire movie, the action scenes just really do it, but at the same time, the way the animation looks, it just looks so great. It's so fluid, and I can still tell what's going on. And so those are the first things that really got my attention. And then the second thing is just the characters. Not knowing anything about this, you get thrown in right away, so you don't know what's going on. But really quickly, you're introduced to characters, which there are a lot of, and then you learn more about Ikoma and Mumei and their relationships. And even by the end of this entire movie, I wanted to learn more about the characters, and that's always a good thing. And then another thing that I enjoyed about this movie is the actual world building that it has. And so as you see these characters, as you see what's going on and a little bit of backstory, the Kabane, there is a lot more going on about this. There's this long history, there's different other types of more powerful creatures. And because this is just a movie, I really want to see the entire series now, because I want to know how this happened, where they came from. And I really want to know what each one of these characters are, because there's so many different characters. There's a swordsman, there's engineers, there's big heavy fighters, and there's Ikoma, who is the hybrid, who fights in a very interesting way, and of course Mumei with her awesome gun. And so those are things that I really enjoyed about this movie, or quote unquote series. For all your web hosting needs, check out BlueHost, where you get a free domain for the first year, free SSL certificate, and 24/7 support with a special intro 30-day money-back guarantee, all starting at just $3.95 per month. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. And then the things that I didn't enjoy as much is because of the fact that I didn't know that this was a movie. I really wish that Netflix would have just released the entire series. Now, that might not be possible, but I would have loved to see the original series back in 2016 so I could know what's going on, because this is basically a side story. Just think of something like Naruto and Shippuden, where they would release these movies, and if you haven't seen the series, you can still watch the movies, but there's a lot of things that are missing. So that's kind of how I felt about this. And then the other negative is maybe it was just a little too short, okay? Because it is a movie, I don't know why Netflix just didn't call it a movie. It just made me want more, and I was kind of disappointed in that. So as you could probably tell, I did enjoy this series. It in itself doesn't really do anything new, but the way in which it is done, the way in which they make characters that are actually likable and interesting, and also some of the world building, it just made me a lot more interested, and I just had a great time. And once again, the visual style and the action is just top notch. And so that is my review of Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, the Battle of Unato. So if you actually had any thoughts on this, or if you've seen the original series, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you wanted to see my other anime reviews, I will leave the playlist in the description area as well. And as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Gold Content Creators Group, where you'll get access to 30 videos plus additional content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators Group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.